Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Craig Blanchette, and I'm a certified optimal health coach. And it's my really privilege to host this meeting tonight. If you're watching this on the recording, you can tune in live for the Habits of Health. We start from at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we go from 6 to 7. So you're welcome to tune in live each week. In order to get there live, you would actually go to zoom.us, and then you click on join a meeting and then type in this number. It's 503-974-1671. Again, 503-974-1671. So tonight we're actually in Dr. A's Habits of Health book. We started at chapter 26, and we've been slowly working our way back to chapter 1. In the past, we've always started at the first chapter and worked our way to the end. And oftentimes we ran out of gas at around chapter 21. And so it was really fun to start it in reverse order. And so tonight we're doing chapter 10, and it's actually called Putting It All Together. And believe it or not, chapters 7, 8, and 9 are leading into chapter 10, believe it or not. But we're going to start by telling the end of the story. And it's healthy meal plans for optimal health. And so at this time here, I've got a couple of things that I have highlighted here. But really what I'd love for you to do is, if you have something from this book that you've highlighted, maybe one of the stories in the side columns that you would like to share with us, and we'll open up for general discussion. And then I've got a little quiz on this question that Linda prepared for us. So we'll have a little bit of fun testing our knowledge. So who wants to start out first on something that jumped out from this chapter?
Hey, Craig,
Yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah, hi, Linda.
Since I did it. And I have to give credit. Bobette helped me as well.
Oh, good. Awesome.
She helped me with the quiz. So any good things that come out of the quiz, it's probably her.
Oh, good.
Something that I underlined was on page 117. And it's just a simple sentence that why there's an emphasis on quick and easy. And why does he emphasize that? And it's because humans react to hunger and stress often in ways that don't promote health. And then he goes on to say, we need to create an automatic eating system, a healthy food or healthy version of fast food. And the bigger part that I really appreciated was to fuel your body before you cave into craving. And that hit me.
Not 5 minutes, no.
Go ahead. What's that again?
Oh, I was just going to say it was impactful because my old self thought that in order to be healthy, it was going to be either growing food in my backyard and having chickens, or I had to prepare all of these complex meals. And it's okay that healthy eating is simple. And then if I have something that's ready to go, then I can just grab it. It's not a big deal. I don't know if I'm really making sense,
No,
but
you
it's
are.
an old concept and then a new concept.
Yeah. So here's one. I have a criteria when it comes to eating. When I'm preparing dinner, there's occasions my go-to is 3-ingredient dinners. That's my go-to. Now, occasionally I might do 4, 5, 6 ingredients and do some different things. But if I only know how to cook with things that are really tasty, that have 5 or 6, 7 ingredients and quite a bit of prep work, I'm not going to make those very often. I will get worn out. So my go-to is 3 ingredients. And you guys have heard this before. Try this if you haven't. Ground turkey, you brown it. Now you grab salsa, and there's probably lots of ingredients in salsa, but guess what? It's 1 ingredient. It's right there in the can, right? I pour salsa and green beans, and I let it simmer. 3 ingredients: salsa, ground turkey, and green beans. And I just let it simmer, and it becomes kind of a goulash. And you can spoon it into high-fiber tortilla shells, or you can have it over cauliflower rice. But that is a really simple and very, for the amount of effort, high on the taste, high on the health, low on the effort. And so that's the things I want to do, because if I have a health program or a strategy that's very idealistic, but it's not quick and easy, or it's not on the go, or it's not convenient, eventually I'm going to skip a meal, or I'm going to go to something that's prepackaged, processed, or I'm going to grab something fast food. Eventually, that's going to happen. So thanks, Linda. I totally resonate with that section. Who else wants to jump in? Maybe comment on that, or you got something else you want to talk about?
You know, one of the things that I thought was, and I highlighted, was the fact that once you get into that mindset of the fuelings and changing to healthier eating versus the processed food, your palate changes, and it really opens you up to really great flavors that are being masked by salt and sugar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody told me they go to Trader Joe's, and I can't remember who was telling me this, but there was like 3 different types of seasonings that you can buy at Trader Joe's, and they come in like a 3-pack, and they sprinkle them on lots of different things. They're pretty expensive. They're a little bit expensive, but of course you're only losing a little bit at a time. But finding some different types of seasonings that you like and then seasoning things, make this easy. Do a little bit of homework up front and you'll reap that benefit long term. Yeah, exactly. Debbie, go for it. You're up. I'll unmute you there. Okay, you're good.
It's on 119.
Yep.
And it's about preparing your fueling breaks. And on the one thing that I love about the meal replacements and what I've learned being on the 5-in-1 is being prepared is huge. And so when you come home, a big time week moment for me is when I'm making dinner or when I first get home from work. My brain, I've always gone to something, and to have just like, 8 almonds right there that I can just snack on real quick before I start making dinner, or if I'm running around and I have a meal replacement in the car, and because it just saves me, it really does. And so I really, that resonated with me it makes a big point. It helps a lot when you're trying to stay healthy and eat the right things, and you don't just on the fly get hungry while you're running around.
So Debbie, question for you is from your past life, we'll call it pre-TSFL, right?
Okay.
P-HOH, that's a new thing. I just coined that, owned it. Pre-habits of health. What did you do when you got hungry and you were out, or you didn't have something convenient, or what were some options that you resorted to?
Most of the times I would get myself to the point where I was hungry. I wouldn't eat anything until I got home.
So you'd not eat then. If you didn't have something healthy, you would not eat.
But then when I get home, or when I get to I'd overeat.
Got it.
I was big on, just the 3 meals a day and snacking in between. But my habits pre-habits of health was really bad.
HOH. So who can resonate? Raise your hand if you resonate. If you didn't have something by you and you didn't eat, and then when you got home, you overate. That was me to a T. Yep.
I'd almost eat a whole meal before I ate my meal because I'd be so snacking. I would snack on stuff, and then while I'm making my food, and then sit down and eat. And so
I see so many heads nodding, like right now. Like, yes, that was me. Yes, that was me. If there's any question as to why the tools that we use, these meal replacements, are so useful, is because they're healthy. We trust them. There's like 80 different options, so you got lots of variety, and they're all the same nutrition. That's cool. That's pretty unique. They're healthy, they taste good, and they're easy. So when life gets busy, you don't skip. You just throw one of those in your mouth, right? And of course, over time, you'll learn to plan better, and you'll get home and you won't be famished, and then you'll fix a nice meal, because we eat a lot of varieties of things. But for me, today we were at a meeting and it took 4 hours. Right in the middle of it, I pulled out a bar, and I had one of the Optimal Health bars in the middle of it, because the day before, my wife said, "You're kind of grumpy," and you heard the term hangry. I was angry. I was grumpy. I don't know. I don't know, hungry and grumpy. I don't know if there's a word, but I've heard the word hangry before. But as soon as I ate, then I ate, and we were picking out, we're going through having a house built, and so it was all those kinds of horrible decisions. What size of this and what color that, and I don't care anymore, and I was hungry on top of that, and so when I ate that meal, I became a much happier man. And so if I didn't have that, what was I going to do? I got to run to the store. I got to go make myself some food. I would have just gone without and just stayed grumpy. So that's why I think that having these tools are just so practically good for us. Don, did you have something?
Yeah, it's portability.
Yep.
These foods are portable.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a very busy person. I'm always on the go, and I always have 2 or 3 meal replacements in my car.
Yep.
Because I'll get down to church where I'm there for 5 or 6 hours at a time, and 1 meal replacement isn't going to be enough. So take 2 or 3 of them with you so that you have that portability, and you don't have to go for the wrong kinds of foods because you've got your meal replacement there.
Yep. Exactly it. Yeah. And it's healthy. It's healthy and good for you. Yep. Exactly. All right, guys. Well, great job. So on page 120, I have a little dog ear on that one. I put a little marker in my book so I can turn right to it. And these are 100-calorie fueling breaks, and so these will give you a bunch of different options to have sort of as in your tool belt. And some of these I think are better than others. But these are all about 100 calories, and they're all lower glycemic. And so Dr. A has these as options that you can kind of have in your back pocket and think about that. So now if you're on the 5-in-1, you want to stick to the quick start guide. This is not a substitute for the quick start guide. These are for when you're in the optimizing phase after your weight loss. So, all right. Well, now it's time for the game. By the way, great job, guys. We're going to do chapter 9 next week. And that's where Dr. A talks about his color-coded shopping system, which we're going to learn all about those high glycemic and low glycemic fruits and vegetables and grains and all that. So I want you to grab if you have the ability to either go to a computer or an iPad or something. If you're on a computer, great. Grab your phone. Your phone's about to become a remote control. If you have, I know Bobette, you might not be able to do this right now, but pull up your phone or a browser and go to Kahoot.it. So just pull up your browser, type in Kahoot.it, and then enter that number in, the 762982, and we'll do our little challenge on our chapter 10. Aaron's in, Kim's in. Who else? So Kahoot.it with your smartphone or your iPad, or you can do it on your computer too. Don's in. Mahoney's in. Who else are we going to play? Debbie's in. Nicely done. Joe. Way to go, Joe. Steph, are you going to play? Yep, you're trying. Okay. We'll wait for you. Linda, Linda. Yep, good job. I'm not sure which Linda that is. We got 2 of them. All right, we're going to give you about 10 more seconds. Okay, good job, Steph. Spelled your name wrong, but I know who you are. Okay. And Linda H. All right. Okay, so that's 9 players. All right, so we're going to go from there. So basically what's going to happen, I'm going to click start. You're going to watch the screen. It's going to have a question. And then after about 5 seconds, the question will move to the top of the window, and then it'll give you your 4 different color-coded options that will be mirroring your phone. So you're going to push on your phone the right answer, and that's going to be your remote control to vote. All right, so here we go. First question is, the emphasis on quick and easy eating is based on humans are lazy, we need to fuel before we can cave into cravings, how humans react to hunger and stress, we eat so much fast food, there's no point in changing. What do you think is the answer? Quick and easy eating is based on. All right. So the answer was, what was the right answer? Oh, the answer was humans react to hunger and stress, and we need to fuel before we cave into cravings. That's the emphasis on quick and easy. Yep. So there was 2 that were right on that one. So Debbie's in the lead here with Kim in second place. Question number 2, pick a healthy fueling break. We have 2 cups of raspberries, a Cliff Bar, a Nature Valley protein bar, or pineapple. Pick a healthy fueling break. This came from page 120. All right, the answer was 2 cups of raspberries. Yep, exactly. Good job. So Debbie's in the lead with Kim in second place still. All right, third question. You read to begin phase 2 of your optimal health journey when you've reached a healthy weight, you think you're done, you don't eat ice cream anymore, you reached a healthy weight and developing the habits of health. So you're ready to begin phase 2. One more to go. That's right. It was. So that was, you're ready to begin phase 2 of your optimal journey when you've reached a healthy weight and you want to start to develop the habits of health. Correct. So Mahoney jumped into second place. Kim's in first. What non-food item can you use to eyeball a low glycemic starch portion on your 9-inch plate? Is it a tennis ball, a paperback book about 100 pages, a tractor, or an elephant? 2 of those are obviously wrong, by the way. Non-food items. So the correct answer is a tennis ball. And this is when you're looking for a low glycemic starch portion. Exactly. All right. Kim is still in the lead. You should only food journal about your 6 planned meals. True or false? The answer is false. Good job. Everyone got that one right. Good job. Okay. We've got question 6. What size plate should you restock your cupboards with to help create or regain portion control? 5, 15, 20, or 9? It is a 9-inch plate. Exactly. 9-inch plate. All right. Kim is still holding on to her lead, but it is close. 7. Question 7. If weight loss is slower than expected while in fat burn, you should or can throw in the towel, have a slice of pizza, and start again next week. Go running. Eliminate starch. Double up on veggies until improvement. So if your weight loss is slower than expected, what should you do? Yeah, so the answer, everyone got that one right. Yep. So if weight loss is slower than expected while in fat burn, you can eliminate starch, double up on veggies until improvement. All right. And number 8 of 8, to rid yourself of pesticides and chemicals, what can you do with purchased fruits, veggies, and meats? Eat them out of the bag, soak them in bleach, scrub veggies and fruits, and trim fat from meats. Wait, I'm supposed to eat fruits and veggies? the answer was scrub veggies, fruits, and trim fats and skin from meats. And so that was when you're on the 5-in-1. Of course, you know that fruits have too much sugar in them to maintain that metabolic state. But vegetables, and obviously you want to trim fats and remove skin from meats. So looks like today our winner is Kim with 6,713 points. And she got 8 out of 9 correct. So well done and well played, everybody. All right. So I hope you guys learned a little bit there from chapter 10 of the Habits of Health. Next week, we're going to be going through chapter 9. And this is where Dr. A has a color-coded shopping system where he has things that are in the green, deep green, yellow, and red. And so this one is really, really valuable. So if you're actually chapters 9 and 10 in this book are, if that's all you read, read those. They're really, really important. So next week we'll go through it, and then Kim Stewart has volunteered to help me with chapter 9 and coming up with some fun questions. Probably my favorite chapter of the book. So any questions before we sign off tonight, or any comments? All right. Well, we are going to finish up our meeting now. So thank you all for joining and playing. We'll see you guys next week.